I'm Marcy Barron, and this is Mondays with Marcy. I'm your homeward bound guide to everything 5D living. I can't wait to share with you tips and tools to guide your personal transformation so that you can live a life that thrills you. Hello, and welcome to this week's Mondays with Marcy. I am Marcy Barron, and this week we are talking about the throat chakra. So, your throat chakra is your energetic center of communication. And this is a hot spot for a lot of people, particularly women. And the reason is because we would rather feel safe and connected and loved than heard. So very often what happens when women want to speak their truth and they perceive that someone's going to reject their truth, they silence themselves, they don't speak it, they shove it down, and they, again, unconsciously are keeping themselves safe, they're keeping themselves connected, and they are so that they can have their needs met. They'd rather not be rejected. So this is a very common situation for many women. And this is why, while there are many physical things that contribute to thyroid issues, and I could speak personally about this, my thyroid issue was related to the fact that I did not speak my truth. And that was a big pattern that I had to clear. So a lot of physical energy trapped in the throat chakra sometimes can show up as a thyroid issue. So let's just check in. Well, first, let's give you the overview, right? So throat chakra, energetic center of communication. Its color is blue. The upper chakras do not have any elements of actually totem animals, is what I remember. Its element is, I think, air. Ooh, I should have been more prepared. I'm not completely sure. So take that with a grain of salt. And it is literally everything in the throat. So thyroid, your trachea, your everything in your mouth, your jaw, your tonsils. Ears are part of the throat chakra. So in the ability to communicate, it's also in your ability to listen. So, and again, with chakras, you can have a very open and a lot of energy, or you can have a very closed one. So check in. Do you have problems with your teeth? That is a throat chakra thing. Gossiping, critical of others, and judgmental, big throat chakra. If you often have sore throats and you have thyroid issues, as I said, and again, there are two opposite sides of the same coin. So if you're constantly gossiping, constantly talking, constantly screaming, and the other side of it is if you can't speak, you have a fear of speaking, you're stuttering, you have a weak voice, and you have like excessive shyness, those are two opposite sides of the throat chakra coin. In addition, you might have a stiff neck, and ear infections often show up as a throat chakra imbalance. So just, take a look and think about it with compassion. Think about it with curiosity. This is all leading you to heal and go on a deeper level. So for me, like I said, I had a hard time speaking my truth. I would rather be loved and accepted than heard. And there were also physical things that contributed to my thyroid. So when I went and my thyroid numbers were imbalanced, I did a multi-pronged approach to heal my thyroid without medicine, because I said to my doctor, I was like, well, if I take this medication, is it going to heal my thyroid? And she's like, not necessarily. And so, again, this is not medical advice. You need to talk to your doctor. But for me, I was like, okay, I don't want to go on medication. And I sought out holistic healing modalities. And so part of it was nutrition. I ate very clean. I didn't eat dairy, gluten, or sugar. I took supplements to support my thyroid. I did energy healing, literally got cleared the energetic and emotional root to where I felt that I couldn't speak my truth, which came from childhood. And I also exercised. So I did a multi-pronged approach to heal my thyroid, and it is really, I was really able to reverse my numbers. It showed up on my lab reports, on my blood work. So if that's something that you would like to talk to me about, you can send me an email. It's found on my website, marcybaronclears.com, marcy@marcybaronclears.com. I also wrote about it in my book. So let's check in with your throat chakra. Are you feeling that you can express your authentic truth? Do you have difficulty in communicating what you feel and what you want? Do you often need to swallow your words to make other people happy? Are you unable to articulate your feelings in order to keep the peace? And do you constantly have to justify and defend yourself? And again, this was a pattern that my ex-husband recognized. I was constantly over-explaining, and he'd be like, okay. And that came from my childhood, having to explain myself all the time because I just didn't feel seen or heard for myself. And so, and then if you have an open throat chakra, I would ask the question, are you constantly talking, gossiping, judging, and screaming? That's a really big indication. So what if you had the freedom of expression in all situations? What if you have clear and articulate speech in every situation? What if you were easily heard, received, and understood? What if you could communicate your feelings, thoughts, and opinions with ease? And what if you could share honestly, openly, and truthfully with others? And what if you could balance listening with speaking? Because again, being a good listener is a really important aspect. Someone famous said, there's a reason we have two ears and one mouth. So think about that. So, and again, if you have a lot of physical throat things, constant sore throats, nodules on your vocal cords, tonsils, mouth problems, pain in your mouth, dental problems, sores on your lips, sores in your gums, ear infections, the tightening of the jaw, that's where we hold a lot of energetic blockages in our throat chakra, is through TMJ. All right, so that is just the overview for your throat chakra. And what I've learned too is that Archangel Gabriel is the angel to support your throat. So if you ever want to call on Archangel Gabriel to support your speech, so it could look something like this, thank you, Archangel Gabriel, for helping me say exactly what I need to say with love. All right, so just for a little healing exercise, I want you to take your hands and I want you to put them over your throat. And I want you to just tune into your throat chakra, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And I want you to start pulling out the energy out of your throat. Literally just pull it out. It's like pulling threads, pulling strings, pulling energy of all the things that you wish you would have said. And I want you to just keep breathing, and I want you to imagine a beautiful turquoise light here. And depending whether your chakra is very open or very closed, let this turquoise light come in and adjust your throat chakra for your highest good and your highest healing. So if you're always screaming and shouting and over talking and gossiping and judgmental, let this color and Archangel Gabriel soften this space and like bring it, reel in the chakra, like close it a little bit. And if you are not able to speak your truth and communicate your needs all the time and don't feel like you can speak your truth, let this color open up your throat. Let Archangel Gabriel open it and just allow. You are asking for assistance here, for support, for the divine to literally come in and adjust this space. And take a breath and let it out. And another thing is we can invite in the divas, however you pronounce it, of crystal energy to support your throat. So if you love blue crystals like I do, picture aquamarine. We call in the energy of aquamarine. We call in the energy of turquoise. We call in the energy of blue topaz. All crystals to support the throat chakra. And again, just allow this transmission. You don't physically have to have something to have it support you. So now I am using this expression oil on my throat chakra, and we can invite in the essence of it for you, even if you aren't specifically using this oil. And you could just breathe that in and let it out. And again, put your hands back on your throat if you can. Give the transmission of healing to your thyroid, to your throat, your jaw. Maybe your hands need to go on your ears. And we're going to imprint affirmations. I communicate with ease. I am able to clearly state my needs. I am always able to find the right words to say. I communicate with others confidently. I am able to speak my truth with ease. My voice is heard. My truth is love. I am comfortable in silence. I set clear boundaries. I am always understood. I am a compassionate listener. I am an active listener. I am the authority in my world. I create speech that reflects my loving thoughts. I vocalize my feelings. I am balanced in speaking and listening. I release doubt over what I say or didn't say. I have an important voice in the world. I claim and honor my true voice. My thoughts are positive and I always express myself truthfully. I am balanced in my listening and speaking. Take a breath and let it out. My throat is balanced. My throat is balanced. My throat is balanced. And just breathe in that energy that you created. Deep breath in. Let it out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back into the room. I hope you're finding these short videos helpful. If you think someone needs to hear it, pass it on. I'll also have a guided meditation on my YouTube channel to just heal the throat chakra for you to do at any time. Thank you for joining me. I will see you next week. Bye. That's it for this week's episode of Mondays with Marcy. Be sure to subscribe to my newsletter at marcybaronclears.com. I also would love for you to follow me on your favorite podcasting app so that you don't miss a single episode. I'm Marcy Baron, and thanks for listening. I am so grateful you are here.